Audience, greetings. Welcome to New Wave Global, our weekly show. I have with me Miss Marvi Sirmed. She does not need any introduction. We all know her. She's a human rights activist. She's a journalist, and she understands Pakistan politics and international politics very well while she's in United States. Pakistan elections are complete 2024, and as we all expected before that it will have some controversies which were floating around for a very long time. Sometimes the way our political parties behave in Pakistan, I just remember Mir Taqi Mir's one of the verse he says. It is in Urdu, but I would quote it. Maybe Marvi want to comment on that or help me translating in English. ही से मीर क्या सादा हैं बीमार हुए जिसके सबब उसी हत्तार के लौंडे से दवा लेते हैं मीन्स दैट we are so simple that every time when we get sick from the doctor's diagnosis, we go back again to them and ask them to help. So, this is besides the point. So, Marvi, first of all, I would like to ask you, let's talk a little bit on the media role here. What we see, it is a general impression, although I do understand that media has certain reasons for it. Some of them are scared, some of them want to show something through that. But overall, their impression was seen little biased towards, or at least a lot of them have a biased opinion for the person who did not deliver anything to the country other than the Cricket World Cup. Shaukat Khanam is one achievement by him, no issue. But later on, it was used to deepening his own pocket and his political gimmicks. Like, when he got shot, he went there and giving the reports and all that, and besides more. Economy was dwindled to the, dangerous levels. Your GDP, which was around 315 billion or so, went down to 280 billion. Almost all 3 years, country was running on amnesties. KP, it's 10 years, total disaster. I mean, anybody talks about it. I mean, when I call their people I know, what they tell me is total disaster. I mean, that is the way it is. Then they were involved in doing things which is against the state. And I'm not talking about 9th May. I'm talking about calling to do something so that country will not get the loans. Loans are not approved by the IMF, and Pakistan will suffer. And the reason was told by the finance minister that, oh, geez, what they did to our leaders, so at least we should return back. What is the reason that still that person is a darling of media?
No, actually, how I see is that there's a section of media who has Imran Khan as a darling. There's a section of media who has Mr. Nawaz Sharif as darling. There is a section of media who have people from MQM as darling. So it's like the media has its own opinion. Media persons have their own opinion like any other citizen. I understand your frustration of seeing so much support of Mr. Imran Khan and his PTI among the media persons. That might be because I think Imran Khan captures the attention of the journalists. He has given a lot of his energies and his time to win the support of young people, and especially young people in the media. So in the media, if you would see a lot of people, more than I would say 80% people who are covering political events and political parties, they are the ones who were born after 1999. And these people do not know what happened, how bad the martial laws are, because during the Musharraf time they have seen stability.
Imran Khan is not doing anything, did not do anything other than creating troubles on the street. Only troubles. Even when he was a prime minister, the way he talks as if he is an opposition leader. So this media people who are vehemently supporting and suggesting that all his cases should be taken away and he should be allowed to be a prime minister, don't they see what he did before? He would be start doing the same thing. That's what they want.
No, but why do you think, I mean, I don't understand. Why do you think whatever we think is right and whatever they
No,
think is wrong?
I am
I mean,
quoting the
that's also
facts
quite
on the
disingenuous,
street,
no?
right?
No,
Yeah. These are the facts,
but you
right?
see, I mean, facts on their own are nothing if they are not put in a context. So your context and my context can be different from the context of a PTI supporter. For example, I'm trying to make sense of it all, and being devil's advocate. Now, these people, you said that Trump has delivered something, and that is why it's okay if some people support him. Now, I think people who support Imran Khan, they have been fed with hyper-nationalism and xenophobia. They have been fed with, a toxic masculine kind of rhetoric about almost everything. And these are the things Imran Khan has delivered to them. So why wouldn't they support him?
No, but
Imran Khan
people,
has
I'm not
delivered to
talking
them.
people. Marvi, I'm not talking about the people. Yes, I agree. People can support anybody. But I'm talking about the opinion makers, and they were being a part
I'm also talking about,
of
yeah,
expanding their
I
victim
understand.
mood and all that.
I understand. And I'm also talking about them.
Okay.
These opinion makers, they have also been fed on this. I mean, you look at this opinion, who are we talking about? The opinion makers and the journalists who are, they are also xenophobic when they want to be. Do you think they're peace-loving people and they stand with peace? No, I think they are very hyper-nationalistic. Entire media in Pakistan is hyper-nationalist. I do not see any critical thinking, or very little critical thinking among them when it comes to, to any issue, and especially when the state tells them this is national interest. You would see very few people who would, in the media, the intelligentsia, who would critically examine that and would disagree with that. Very, very few people. You can count them on one finger or two fingers. So I think they have also been fed with this xenophobic kind of majoritarianism and this hyper nationalism. Now, and Imran Khan is very masculine in delivering those two things. Every populist, especially the right of the center populists, they deliver on that. And if Imran, I also think that if you would have elections in immediately after the no confidence move. Or maybe if you did not have no confidence move and you would have allowed Imran Khan to complete 5 years, you would see, I think his party would have been eliminated altogether in all 4 provinces, because a very, very strong incumbency factor would have marred Imran Khan's prospects in electoral process in any elections. And you would see that the support that exists support of Imran Khan that exists among the media persons and among the intelligentsia, that would have been receded as well. It had already started receding. If you remember, in those days, just before the no confidence move, many of the Imran Khan supporting journalists had started doing programs against him, Arshad Sharif included. Late
Yes, I
Arshad Sharif.
remember. Yeah.
They had started doing those programs against him. Mubashir Luqman had turned against him.
Yeah.
So many others. I mean, these are the names that came to my mind, but others also. They had started doing programs against him. So, and that was only after 3.5 years. So imagine if you had allowed him complete his 5 years, he would have completely lost that support. And that is why I still think that people have spoken, people have given the mandate to Imran Khan. I think conducive conditions should be created so that Imran Khan's party makes the government. Once they do, you will say, one, they will have to resort to a coalition, formation of a coalition with one of the big partners. And two, they will have to govern. And instability, creating instability will not be in their interest. Because if you are governing, you can't afford instability. So in that sense, it will be good that one, there will be no immediate threat of instability by Imran Khan and his party. And two, you will take the sting out of them by putting them in charge of the governance once again.
Well,
and in the next election, they will be eradicated automatically.
Yes, that's true. I have to thank you for staying with me, but I have to ask you one more question, Marvi, just in 2 minutes. Please bear with me. In 2018, in number of votes versus 2024 number of votes to PTI are less. 2024 are less than before. But there is everywhere on the media, we are being told that PTI people broke every walls and came out and voted and all that. Why it is not being, how it happened, this whole thing?
The kind of engineering it was done, the main leadership of PTI was either in jail or was in hiding or had escaped Pakistan. The people most of the candidates who have PTI backing, they are either new entrants to politics or absolutely new entrants to the party. And in that sense, there was the so-called electables were not there. And party structure was not there. PTI could not hold any big rallies because of the absence of the leaders, and plus there were no conducive conditions, enabling environment for PTI. They were actually very disabling environment for PTI to hold a fair campaign. So in those, all of that put together, and then the PTI voter would have been completely clueless who to vote. Who is PTI's backed candidate? Had PTI's own machinery not disseminated correct information in a very creative way. So I think that these are all the reasons put together there, and there was this environment of persecution. If a threat of persecution, threat of being arrested, threat of being punished if you express your support with PTI. That element was also there. It was prevailing element. So people would not say, even to the survey firms when they called, people would not say they will vote for PTI. Despite all of this, people came out and voted for PTI. That's something that is being commended.
Yeah, but it is less than
about
2018.
That's what I'm saying. That so if we compare the number of votes from 2018, they are less than 2018, which is very logical. In 2018, PTI was getting supported by the very powerful institutions in Pakistan. So it was natural. And I would say that and it's the difference is not much. I mean, it's different, it's not huge difference in 24. Slightly lesser votes, but I would say it's
Slightly
still
lesser. Yeah.
um,
Almost same.
bigger success in 2024 than 2018. Did not have any support. It was being discouraged. People were being discouraged for if they voted for PTI. So I think these numbers again, I would say the same thing. The numbers are the facts, but these facts are nothing if you do not put them in context. Like we have just put them in context. They tell a story only if you put them in context. So this is context in which these numbers need to be seen. And that is why we say that I tweeted the standing ovation to PTI voter who actually came out and resisted through ballot, not like 9th May. That is also being framed as kind of a resistance, but that was violent. That we cannot ever support that kind of resistance. But this one, we should be proud. Actually, we should be, all of us, the democracy loving people, should be proud that a party who has always resorted to violence for you look at 2014 and after that their politics, violent protests have been the hallmark of PTI. But this party, their voter, actually resisted through ballot. And this is something that should that strengthen my faith in democracy.
No, and that is a very valid point. And so that is all for today. And what Marvi say in the end is very true. It seems that the people are not very much in love with those leaders who are sitting on the shoulders of military. So PTI's top leadership should also know that instead of looking at military like other parties do, they should be at their own. Unfortunately, I don't know it's going to happen soon because most of the parties just look at the GHQ and try to decide what they see it, how they want to do it. But we have to see coming days how things turn up. And Marvi will be with us coming days. I hope, Marvi, I did not make you too angry.
No, not at all. We were not angry at all. We were just
thank you. Thank you very much, Marvi, once again. And we will be once again with you in next week. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.